Are you behind on schoolwork and are you feeling stuck and guilty about it? If that's the case, this video is your reset button to catch up and stay calm. Hi there, my name is Presh and I share tips and tricks to help students and families feel less overwhelmed and more in control. I'm going to show you how you can block your distractions, set goals that actually work, and message your teachers like a pro, all by using simple tricks that make doing things feel easier. Let's do it. Hide your distractions. This is the perfect image to show how strong distractions are. For me, whenever I feel distracted, it's because I got a notification on my phone, someone at my house called me by my name, or I have this thought that this thing I'm supposed to do, I'll just get it done soon. And then all of a sudden, it's my bedtime. To fix this, we need to make it harder for ourselves to feel distracted. Here are some ideas. Literally, hide your distraction. If it's your focus time, like you're about to do your homework or study for that test, and you know that your phone distracts you, your video game control distracts you, or your pet distracts you, then find a way to hide those. For your phone, you can literally put it somewhere where you can't reach it right away. That could be putting it in another room, it could be putting it in a drawer, or even better yet, you can have someone in your house hide it for you. And they can only give it back once you show them that you've finished that thing that you're supposed to do or want to do. That way, when you have that impulse to grab your phone or search for that video game controller, it's harder to do. If literally hiding your distraction is difficult for whatever reason, then you can download an app blocker. What app blockers do is that it allows the user, aka you, to customize when you shouldn't use distracting apps. That can be TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you designate, let's say Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as your study time, then what these app blockers will do is it would prevent you from using those apps that distract you. So let's say you click Instagram or you click TikTok, you literally won't be able to get to your For You page because you created a rule to not be able to access those apps during your focus time. Some apps that I would recommend are ScreenZen and AppBlock. I love how you can just create these customized rules to make focusing easier for you. And with ScreenZen, it even gives you some sort of motivation where if you click that app that you restricted, it'll remind you of why you did it in the first place. If downloading and setting up an app blocker feels too difficult, then you can start with trying out your phone's Do Not Disturb feature. What your phone will do is it will limit all the notifications that you receive from apps like Instagram, TikTok, Meta, etc. And with this feature, you can also customize which text messages you can still receive. The beauty of turning your phone on Do Not Disturb is it really limits you from feeling distracted from that constant buzzing, that ping, that vibration that you hear from your notifications. Now that you have a few ideas on how you can literally hide your distractions or set things up on your phone to be able to feel less distracted, the next thing you might want to do is to only focus on the apps or the browser that you have schoolwork. For example, if you have your laptop and you have your assignment portal like Google Classroom and your grade portal, that browser should only have those links that you will use for your assignments. That means getting rid of YouTube, getting rid of that gameplay, video game gameplay you're watching on Twitch. And as a result, your brain will just be able to focus on what you actually need to do. And the last idea is to be in an environment where you can stay as distraction-free as possible. If you know that a certain part of your house, like the living room or family room, if you know that people always talk there and that distracts you, then maybe try going to your room instead. Or if that also feels hard because your pets just keep going up and down the stairs to be in your room, then maybe try to be out of your house and go to an environment where other people are working. Think the library, think the cafe, or maybe even a friend's house if you know you can focus with that friend. All of these tips are to intentionally create an environment for you to be as distraction-free as possible. The more you can create that for yourself, the more you can see that the thing that you've been putting off doesn't really take that long because you're able to lock in and focus and get it done. Create SMART goals. If you're feeling behind in life, especially with your academics, you need to make SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. To really see what a SMART goal looks like, let's build one together. We have our SMART goal template, which I'll make sure to link in the description below. In this template, it has questions that can help you make a goal that is specific, measurable, and so forth. So we're going to pretend that I'm a high school student that has a bunch of missing assignments and I have about 3 weeks left until the first semester ends. So for making this goal specific, it asks, what exactly do I want to achieve? I want to turn in all my missing assignments. How will I know I have done it? I should be able to turn them in Google Classroom. Is this realistic for me right now? Let's assume that while I was doing this, I figured out that I actually have 7 missing assignments and I have 3 weeks left and I don't really have a lot of exams left. So doing 7 missing assignments does feel realistic. Yes, because I only have 7 missing assignments to focus on and no upcoming tests. Why does this matter to me? Right now, my grading portal says that I have majority B's and 2 C's. So I want to make sure that I at least finish the first semester with B's. This matters to me because I want to get B's and above for this semester. And then when will I get this done? I only have 3 weeks left until the first semester ends, so I need to get this done in 3 weeks. The SMART goal that I will create is I will turn in my 7 missing assignments in 3 weeks because I want to get B's and above for this semester. And this is a SMART goal because it's specific. We know how many missing assignments we're turning in. We know that it's realistic because it's the only thing that's kind of like in my plate that I need to focus on. And it's also time bound because we know our constraint is 3 weeks. And I also know why this is important to me because I want to get B's and above for this semester. It's always great to have a goal and to see progress. We have to try to take the smallest step possible. So easiest thing I can do to start, list out all of my missing assignments and then decide which one I will do today. You have an idea now on how to make your own SMART goals so that you're aiming for something. And then you also have an idea of how you can start, because if we're just thinking of goal and we're not thinking about how to actually start it and make progress in that, then we're not going to get anywhere. So please give it a try in using this template to help you feel more caught up. Let your teacher know. Now that you have SMART goals created, whether it's going from a C to a B or finishing your missing assignments at a certain time, then one of the next things you need to do is to let your teacher know. You can do that by talking to them in person or by writing an email. Let me go ahead and show you what that email can look like. Writing emails can feel difficult, so the best way to make it feel easier is to use a template. I'm going to show you how you can use the send template to make it easier for you to write that email to your teacher so they can help you with achieving that SMART goal. S stands for something nice, E is to explain your goal, N is need advice, and D is deliver thanks. Let's still make sure that we're going off that example of having missing assignments. So the something nice I'm going to say here is, hi, teacher name, just put it right here, comma, I hope you are having a good day. To make your email stand out more, having something that feels nice when your teacher reads it can make it easier for them to read through the rest of that email. The next one is to explain your goal. So remember, we have those 7 missing assignments. We're going to say, I have missing assignments in your class and I want to get a B for this semester. We've identified what the problem is, which is the missing assignments, and that we're communicating that we want to get a B for the semester. And need advice is typically a question. So we're going to say something like, I am not sure which assignments I should do first for this week. Can I get your help to prioritize? By asking that question of, can I get your help to prioritize? You're letting your teacher know that you care about getting to this goal, but you're a bit stuck. And by being just honest with them on what you might need help on, they'll be more willing to help you out. And then the last thing is to deliver things. We can say something like, thank you so much, exclamation point. You can end it with sincerely, your name. Okay, so this email right here, you can see that we have something nice. We're explaining your goal. We're sharing what we need advice on, and we're delivering thanks so that when your teacher reads this, it's clear to them what you need help on, and their reply will most likely be answering that question or that advice that you need. By having this email sent to your teacher, then you're really increasing your chances of, one, following through because now your teacher or someone else knows about your goal, and then two, if you're feeling stuck, at least you're getting that extra support, because 3 weeks to turn in missing assignments, it might not be as much time. So you really want to make sure that you have people in your team, like your teachers, to make the process easier for you to get to your goal. Now that you know how to hide your distractions, how to create SMART goals that actually work, and how to write an email to your teachers to help you achieve your SMART goals, then the last thing that you need is to have tips to make doing these things feel easier. I think it starts off by asking yourself questions like, what is the easiest thing for me to do to get started? What is a reward I can look forward to? And how can I make this task feel more fun? With the first question of what is the easiest thing that I can do, some ideas, especially if you're trying to write an email to your teacher, the easiest thing might be to look at all the missing assignments that you have for that class. And the second question of what is a reward I can look forward to, maybe after you write that email, you reward yourself with just guilt-free screen time for like 10 minutes. Maybe you go downstairs and you grab your favorite candy or chocolate, get that nice sugar in your body, or maybe it's just a quick YouTube video. All right, with how I can make this more fun, you can try to listen to a new playlist or listen to the one you listened to yesterday. Maybe instead of working in your room when you did that yesterday, maybe do it in the kitchen. So just spice things up on what you did from before and make it a little bit different, and maybe that sort of different environment with the music you listen to, where you do your homework, will help you actually start. And if none of that works, you can always try the study sprint method. How the study sprint method works is that you have a 20-minute sprint and then a 5-minute break. The way it works is that you wanna go on your phone and set up a timer for 20 minutes. And once you have this 20 minutes started, then you are focusing on one task only for that 20 minutes. If you have that missing English assignment, maybe the first thing you do in that 20 minutes is to reread the instructions and just outline as many ideas. And in that process, you'll be able to literally start that missing assignment. And once that timer goes off, that 20 minutes is off, you want to reset it to be 5 minutes. And that 5 minutes, you take a break. Just like all the sprinters out there, they sprint, they huff and puff and puff. After they're done sprinting, they're cooling down. They're kind of taking a break. So we want to do the same, and in those 5 minutes, you want to do one of those things that you feel like is a good reward. And then once that 5 minutes is up, you try again. You reset this to be 20 minutes, and then you work on one more other task. The goal is to get to at least 3, because when you do that, you would have sprinted for a whole hour, and I guarantee you, you will be incredibly surprised with how much you were able to do when you've locked in and focused for those 20 minutes times 3. One hack is to go on YouTube and search up your favorite music genre and put the minutes that you're sprinting for. So type something like lo-fi 20 minutes. And then once that 20 minutes is done or the video's done, then you know you've finished that sprint, and then you can set up a 5-minute timer on your phone and just keep that cycle going. Remember, Catching up isn't about doing things perfectly. It's starting small and keeping the progress going. Now that you know what to do, please don't just scroll to the next video. Instead, pick one thing. Hide your distractions, create a SMART goal, or send that email to your teacher. And do it right now. Now get out of here and see you in the next one. Peace.